Hey there, it's Krista from Hilltop in the Valley blog and YouTube channel, and today I wanted to share with you one of my favorite recipes for getting something on the table quick and easy for my kids. Let's say like last night, maybe it's that we were gone all day long and I had to drop the kids off and then I had to take my daughter up to the children's hospital, and we get lost in traffic and we get to the children's hospital and then we come back down after her appointment and I have to pick up the other kids, and then we get home and it's a late evening and I need to make dinner still. This is what I go to. I have to tell you, I used to make this recipe a lot different than I do now. I used to use a normal pan, just like a baking sheet, and I would cook it in the oven and they would come out and they would not be very crispy at all. And I did this for a long time, and one of my children actually refused to eat these because they were not crispy enough for him. And so I was thrilled to find out that I could make sweet potato French fries in my iron pan, and they would come out super crispy on the outside and super tasty. And I have not stopped doing that since I found this out because they turn out amazing. So I want to show you how I do it and make a simple dinner for you guys as well. So I like to use these Alexia sweet potatoes because they come in such a large bag. I can get it for a better price when I purchase from Costco. If I see it and it's on sale, I stock up because I do have the freezer room and I can stock up. And this particular brand does not have a lot of the extra ingredients that other brands have in them. Now it does have things like sugar in it. Still, like I said, it is a lot better than other brands. And for something that I'm using for a quick dinner on weeknight, I pretty much look in the freezer and I see if there's some sweet potato fries there and if I can put that together with some meatballs or some other sort of a protein. What I like about this is that the iron pan really does make it a lot crispier than any other pans I've used, and it's super simple. It seems to cook them a little bit quicker than other pans, which I like because I don't like waiting on the oven, and that is what it has been for me for a very long time. I felt like this was supposed to be a simple dinner, but I would try and make these in our oven and I would put them in and then I would wait and then I would check on them and I'd go, no, they're still pretty mushy, and then I'd put them in for longer and I'd wait, and they would just be cooking for so long. And so when I figured this out, it was amazing because it took about 10 minutes for me off the cooking time. I don't know that it will do that for you, but I can guess that it will make your life easier if you've had some of the same struggles that I have had with sweet potato fries. The first thing I do is I turn the oven on to about 425 degrees Fahrenheit. I have actually turned my oven up to about 450. It depends on how much you want to fry these things, but 425 will do just fine. And I put my iron pan, I have a large iron pan, so it does hold more, and I've also used 2 iron pans at one time in order to cook enough fries for the whole family. And that has worked just fine to use both in the oven too. And I'll put that into the oven to warm up as the oven's heating up. Then I'll take out my sweet potato fries and I will spread them around. When the oven has warmed, I will take out my sweet potato fries and I will spread them around in the pan, in the iron pan, and make sure that they are not on top of each other too much. You want to get as many on the bottom of the pan as possible. I like to make sure there is room for air to get in between because that does help with the cooking. You don't want them to be too crowded, and that is one of the reasons why I have used multiple pans in the oven. So put them into the oven for, I like to do about 18 minutes and then check them. I will usually turn them over at that time, and then I'll put them back in the oven for about 5 minutes. and that's when I take them out and they're ready for dinner. Now these fries are wonderful with like meatballs. They're great with hamburgers. We've used them with hamburgers quite a bit. We use them with doing a chicken or sausages. They're also great alongside my farmhouse buttermilk biscuits, and we do love to make those together. If you haven't checked those out yet, check out the video for making those, because those are a great addition to dinner as well. And those are another thing that I do like to store in the freezer when I make a batch. I will divide it in half, and one half of it will go into the freezer to wait for another night. This is a wonderful, cozy addition if you're having a night where you just need something quick to think about. You can also do this using your own sweet potatoes if you want to cut them up and make your own sweet potato fries out of them. I'm sure there are amazing recipes. I know I had put one on my blog a while back. You can totally use your iron pan to make your homemade sweet potato fries as well. So the point of this is not to overlook the power of your iron pan, because you can make so many amazing meals and amazing foods with your iron pan, and really it's like the sky's the limit. There are so many things, and I'm still discovering everything I'm able to make with it. So if you have any ideas that maybe I have not heard of, I'd love to hear. If you have a certain meal you make with your iron pan, or a certain thing that you have no clue if anyone's ever heard of this, I would love to hear about it. Let me know in the comments below. And while you're here, be sure to check out my Einkorn chocolate chip cookie recipe. It's one of my first videos. It's not the greatest quality, but the recipe is amazing, and I still use this recipe a lot. So anyways, thank you, and I hope you guys enjoy those sweet potato fries. Your iron pan is amazing. I'll talk to you soon.